Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. We are here for our It's a Super Scary Saturday Sleepover. So we're here as always. Well, not like as always, but like as always on Saturday. We changed the time because I wanted to just see what happens when we do it late. And so we're here late, like a for real sleepover. Because usually I would be asleep right now in the bed, and I'm already in my PJs, so we can just make that easy transition. So anyway, as per usual, it's me, it's you guys, it's Scott, and this super scary book that we're gonna like read, review, talk about, drag, do all that fun stuff. Scott, are you gonna say hi to the people?
Hello, people.
Period. Oh, and of course, we got our cute little vintage book library card thing that Scott bought us. And Scott brought us another thing. I figured y'all would think this is cute because this is like something that you totally would have at like a sleepover. Scott, are you ready? Do you have any requests?
Okay.
Don't OGs these people. It's a nose flute. Like, look at it. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, look, y'all. I'm about to put y'all requests in the comment section. Watch this. Okay, Scott, did you know what I was doing with my nose flute? Like literally for real. You just hold your mouth open and blow through the nose thing. It's probably great during fall and allergy season. Help you blow your nose, get that congestion out.
All right.
Period. Look at me advertising for free. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where you get this thing from. Well, I do, but like where would you get it from? Like all over the place. But look at me. I'm an advertiser. Scott, did you know what song that was? Can you tell?
No.
It's a song you mentioned earlier.
I mentioned earlier that you would know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I Will Always Love You, period. Okay, I know y'all guessed it. It was I Will Always Love You, both the Dolly Parton and Whitney Houston rendition. Period. Shout out to them. Okay, let's get this story started. Let's start by lighting our little candle because it's super spooky and super scary. Scott, I'm so scared.
I bet you are.
Yeah, I'm so scared, y'all. And today's super scary story, well, we got Starlight Skies for the candle, my Walmart candle. For today's super scary story, it's going to be called The Colony.
Okay.
It could be a bee colony. Getting stung by them. Okay, Scott, are you paying attention or are you playing with the cat?
I'm paying attention.
Anyway, Andrea's mother opened the curtains. Time to get up, sleepyhead, she announced cheerfully. Oh, wait, let me redo that because I'm an actress too. Time to get up, sleepyhead. Wait, before we go on, you should have guessed I Will Always Love You because I'm wearing my In Love nightgown.
How could I have not guessed that?
I'm in love with you guys. I'm in love with you guys. And I'm in love with Scott. And I'm in love with our super scary Saturday sleepovers. Anyway, back to the story. Sorry. Blinking her eyes, Andrea flung her hands over her head and happily scratched her long, lean body. The sunlight streaming through the now open sliding glass doors of the hotel or the motel balcony had the opposite effect on her older sister, Claire. Claire pulled the covers over her head. Morning, Mom, Andrea, sliding out of bed and stepping out on the balcony. Morning, Grouch, she called to her sister, still hiding from the day. The family had been vacationing in the Florida Keys for 3 days, and Andrea was still in awe by the spectacular view. Yes. Scott, have you been to the Florida Keys?
I have.
I have not.
Oh no.
Mm-mm. What about you guys? Y'all been in the Florida Keys?
It's nice.
Yeah. They saying it right here. They said it's the bomb.com, mil.org, gov, and edu. Their motel was nestled at the inner edge of a beautiful white sand beach. Beyond were the placid azure, that means blue, waves of the Gulf of Mexico. Your dad and I have already had breakfast, and your brother is already down on the beach, her mom told her. Andrea dropped her gaze and immediately spotted Brandon wading along the shore, snorkeling gear in hand. You better go. Brandon said, look, let me tell y'all something. Brandon said, I ain't got all day to be sitting here waiting on y'all to be asleep. Okay? I'm trying to enjoy this vacation before we go back home. God knows where they're from. So everybody got the same 24 hours in the day. Brandon said, I jumps on the day. I seize the day. I carpe diem. Seize the day. Go off, Brandon. He's not going in the water without me, Andrea squealed, racing to get ready. Come on, Claire, she urged, pulling on her still damp swimsuit. Are you going to sleep all day? Brandon's outside already having fun. Let's go. I'll be down in a few minutes, Claire mumbled. Did that sound like Claire?
You did.
Huh?
Exactly like it.
That's how my daughter used to sound when I would go wake her up. Like, ugh, get up. I don't want to be up either. Ugh.
No.
Huh? Moments later, Andrea sprinted across the warm sand and charged into the water up to her knees. Seeing her brother further out with his mask and snorkel on, floating face down on the surface, Andrea watched as he curled down in a shallow dive. He ain't scared doing that by himself. Are there lifeguards out there? I'd be scared. I'm for real. Seconds later, he popped up just a few feet away, blowing a stream of water from his snorkel. Then, tugging off his mask, he began sloshing towards her. Look at this, Brandon said proudly as he reached her. He held up a cone-shaped brown and white shell that was as large as his hand. Wow, it's beautiful, Andrea declared. Hey, you guys, there it is. Look, no, it says it right there. And I'm just going to say it like that because I like saying it like that. Hey, you guys. Ooh, I lost my place. Oh, no. Okay, wait. Sorry, I lost. Oh, here we go. What have you got? Claire asked, joining them in the water. It's a cool shell, Brandon answered. It's the only neat one I found so far, he added. You're just not looking in the right place, Claire said matter-of-factly. Oh, really? Brandon shot back. And since when did you become the expert? Since I talked to that guy up there, she gestured towards a tall man walking up the beach carrying 2 large red plastic buckets. He had lots of pretty shells. I asked him where they came from, and he said he collect them along a cove about a half a mile from here, closer to the Atlantic side. See, I feel like this is a setup. There's always a setup in these books, and I feel like this might be it. Scott, what say you? Are you nervous? Is your heart fluttering?
It is.
Okay, oh my God. Who is this man? How do we know him? And I feel like that about the ice cream truck dude that be rolling around here, but we're adults. These are children, so it's different. Okay. It's overgrown and doesn't have a nice beach, so people rarely go there. That wouldn't bother me, Andrea responded with a big smile. Let's check it out. Okay, adventurous, Andrea. Claire held up her hand. Wait a minute. He said something else too. There's a steep drop off, and the current can shift sometimes, that means no. Why are you laughing? That means no.
Yeah. No.
That means no. Like, if I'm over here worried about the little boy swimming by himself in the shallow water, God knows the steep drop off with the current that drag you in. Sorry, the cat is having that nighttime run meow thing. Thank God he can't. His little meow sound like a little squeak toy. So y'all might hear it. It's just the cat. Don't worry. We think he's, his parents were related. We think. You never know. Anyway. He warned me not to go there, but if I did, to stay close to shore. And he was serious about it. He said not to go beyond the drop off for any reason. Okay, Brandon said 9. Okay. Oh, okay, Brandon. No problem, Andrea agreed. Let's go.
I don't know where the drop off is.
Where your parents at? Why are y'all gonna tell your parents? Like, I feel like this is just not a good idea. But let's see. It didn't take long for the kids to find the cove the man had told Claire about. Even though a stand of straw pines hid it from the main road, and a tangle of vegetation covered the beach almost all the way to the waterline. Only a thin strip of coarse yellowish sand remained uncovered. I don't like this, she thought. Okay, girl. I'm not in love with this idea. See, I wore the appropriate shirt for this. I'm not in love.
Okay.
No, I don't like this idea. This is not okay. This is why this is a scary sleepover.
It is.
It's scary for parents. Ugh. Scary for people with frontal lobes. Slapping a mosquito that was ready to make a meal on her blood. The guy who told you about this place was right, Claire. She said when they reached the beach. It doesn't look that great. Duh. Not if you want to play volleyball, Brandon said with a chuckle. But we're here to snorkel and unalive, honey, and get sucked in that current. Andrea couldn't shake the edgy feeling that had gripped her. Still, she waded into the clear blue water. It was much deeper than the beach where they usually swam, and it sloped more steeply. Why are we doing this? Like, what? Who is this for? Who is this helping? Like, do we really need shells? What do we need the shells for? Why we can't go to the safe side and get shells? Why, Scott? Why, y'all? Why? Anyway.
They don't die on the safe side, I guess.
Scott, we can't say that word. We have to say unalive. Unalive. Claire eased out beside her, and Andrea noticed that her sister was still wearing the pearl ring that her parents had given her on her last birthday. Did you mean to wear your good ring into the water? Andrea asked. Oh, no, Claire muttered. I forgot to take it off at the motel. She looked back at the beach. I don't feel safe leaving it there. I'll just have to wear it, yeah, girl, because you don't want to be taking your jewelry off down to the beach, girl. You're going to lose it. And then what do we do? What do we do? Do we have insurance on it? Will they cover it? What do we do? Oh, no, Claire. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. Adjusting her snorkel in her mouth, Andrea stretched out face down on the surface to view the underwater realm. The sand was dotted with patches of coral, each patch alive with colorful fish. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Andrea caught a flash of silver out of the corner of her eye. She turned just in time to see a small barracuda, its gaping mouth filled with tiny, sharp teeth. See, and this is where I'm uncomfortable. Girl, should y'all really be snorkeling out there? And then, weren't we supposed to get shells? This don't sound like shells. Lord. The predatory fish circled them cautiously for a moment, then swam gracefully seaward. Gracefully. But, ooh, Tonight is not a good. Someone didn't had a few cocktails with her dinner, so let's just put that there, okay? And it's showing. Andrea watched it until something in the deep water beyond the drop-off drew her attention. What is that? Andrea wondered, peering into the shadowy depths where little sunlight penetrated. See, no. Did we do this? Did we do Bury Me Deep? And wasn't that girl over there snorkeling and into caves and finding bodies and all this old foolishness? See, I feel like this is like the child version of it. Ooh, this is just not okay here. What is that? She wondered, peering into the shadowy depths where little light penetrated. It looked like a structure of some kind, almost like a sunken fortress, whatever it was. It didn't appear to be a natural formation, and something about it seemed sinister. Okay, these children brave. You got to be brave when you go in a cave. Andrea wanted a better look for what I don't know. Kicking a little closer, she took a deep breath and dove down a few feet. She kicked it in again, propelling herself even deeper and closer to the edge. To her astonishment, she was just able to make out an ancient-looking door at the base of the structure. So I guess we're just looking at this right here. Scott, look at that. We got stingrays down there. You know you too deep when stingray. Well, I guess they come to the surface, don't they? You just too damn deep. Okay? That's it. That's all. Grand opening, grand closing. And the door was opening. Andrea gasped, and her mouth filled with seawater. Fighting the reflex to swallow, she rocketed upwards, back into the bright sunlight. Coughing and sputtering, she tugged off her mask. You okay? Brandon called out to her. I swallowed some water. Let's go in, Andrea choked out, heading for shore. Did you see something in the deep water? She asked the others as they all flopped down on the sand. You mean the weird stone thing? Brandon responded. Yeah, I didn't know why, but it kind of gave me the creeps. Why is everybody getting the creeps and nobody wants to get the hell away from there? Because something tells me these fools going to go right on back down there and some bad things going to happen. What say you, Scott?
You go down so long without having an oxygen tank. Plus, it's got to be deep enough underwater that you're under pretty good water pressure. It's got to be hurting your head and your ears. Well, go ahead.
Go off, y'all.
Good story.
Yeah, that's why we here, because it's super scary, baby. Me too, Andrea admitted. I thought I saw, she hesitated. Did you guys see a part of it open? I think you've been holding your breath too long, Claire said, laughing. Andrea scowled. Lots of spooky things happen around here, she declared defensively. I've read stories about people and ships disappearing without a trace in a part of the Atlantic Ocean called the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, girl. Oh, it's scary, girl. Okay. What's her name? Amelia Earhart. They said that's where she went on and disappeared from. You got to be careful, child. And that's not far from here, you know. Even a whole island disappeared. Maybe that structure was part of it. You're mixing up different legends, Claire said with a wave of her hand. She's like, girl, you're doing too much. You're too much, ma'am. You're too hot to handle, ma'am. And it was just a myth. And most of the disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle can be explained anyway. There's always a logical answer if you look for it instead of believing in silly stories. Period. Okay, Miss Know-It-All, Andrea demanded angrily. Then what is that thing down there? Period. Girl, you better clap back, Scott, clap back. Claire shook her head, still smiling. I don't know. But if it was anything important, don't you think other people would have explored it by now? Or at least reported it? Maybe they tried, Brandon said ominously, and maybe something stopped them. Well, Claire said, standing, I don't really care what it is or why it is. Oh no, she held up her hand. My ring, it's gone. Oh Lord. Ma'am, now Scott, her ring missing.
Uh-oh.
And they just seen the lost city of Atlantis drown there. Or maybe the Titanic, we don't know.
Hmm.
Do you think she should go back down there? We're going to make this into choose your own adventure. Do you think she should go back down there, or do you think they should just go ahead on back up to, whatever, cut their losses, as they say?
Well, I mean, we need a story, so I think they should go down there.
Oh my God, Scott. If y'all are ever anywhere with Scott, don't ask him what y'all should do, because he's going to tell you the wrong thing to do. Period. Okay, let's carry on with this story. It's getting scary. That's why I'm taking so long, because I'm scared. She glanced toward the water and back to her brothers and sisters. I've got to go back and look for it. No, you don't. You're crazy, Brandon protested. Why is Brandon the one who makes the most sense right now? Just right now. I'm not saying the whole story, because before he is why we are here. But I'm talking about like right now, he makes the most sense right this moment. Why we can't listen to Brandon? There's no way you can find that little ring out here, period, Brandon. I'm with you. I'm team Brandon. I'm team Brandon. I'm in love with what Brandon is saying right now. I'm in love. I'm in agreement. I'm in love. Okay. I remember where I was swimming the last time I saw it. Girl, no, you don't. I can find it if you guys help me, she begged. The answer will be no. The thought of going back into the water scared Andrea, but Claire was already making her feel foolish about her fear. Okay, she agreed reluctantly, but let's hurry. Mm-hmm. With Claire in the lead, the three carefully retraced her path. They had almost given up their search when Brandon suddenly signaled and pointed to something caught on the piece of coral at the edge of the drop-off. It was the ring. Andrea watched Claire dive towards it, but just as her sister reached out to grab the ring, Andrea felt herself heading downward too, against her will. It is called a current, ma'am. This is what that man told y'all to avoid. But no, here you are down there playing around trying to get some pearl ring, and it's probably from Walmart and it's fake. What say you, Scott?
Yeah, I'm a good path.
That's all. Let me find my place, because I'm upset. I'm scared. I'm doing too much right now. The current had suddenly begun shifting strongly seaward. Was it worth it, though? Andrea was swept helplessly towards the drop-off. She lost sight of Brandon altogether, but saw Claire grabbing at the coral in panic as the unnatural current caught her in the grip as well. Y'all are dumb. It was dragging them over the edge and into the depths, right towards the unearthly structure. Her body screaming for a fresh breath. Andrea felt consciousness slipping away. Oh, is it really? She barely noticed as an opening suddenly appeared at the base. Then in a flash, she, her sister, and her brother were sucked through the gaping maw. Regaining her senses, Andrea found herself on the stone floor of a gloomy air-filled chamber with corridors leading off in several directions. I told you they was going to be in Atlantis. I told you it was going to be Atlantis. Bam! I did not read this story beforehand. I just kind of go off of vibes. The vibe is Atlantis.
Okay.
Period. Clock it, Scott. Clock it, y'all. Clock it.
Got it.
I'm getting excited, but scared. I'm getting excited, scared.
So are we all.
Small crystals embedded in the stone walls appeared to be giving off a faint glow. Oh, maybe her sister here paid her. Maybe she did need to go get her pearl so she get her some rubies and whatever these little crystals is. They sound very lucky crystals. Claire, she cried, Brandon. Shh, her sister hushed her. We're right here, but you gotta be quiet. There was a tremor in her voice. I don't think we're alone. Well, of course not. Y'all just got sucked into some damn stone thing. I think y'all in Atlantis. Okay. Y'all should have just stayed on shore. Andrea fell silent and listened to the sound of the water falling drop by drop from the roof of the chamber. And yes, there was a shuffling noise, as if something had just moved quickly across the floor of a nearby corridor. Them the AT aliens, child. What are we going to do? She whispered, pressing closer to her brother and struggling to hold back her tears. We have to find a way back to the surface, he answered, trying to sound brave. Don't try now. You should have sounded brave by telling them, let's not go down there. One of these corridors may lead upward. But even if it does, Andrea moaned, it might take us further out to the sea. We have to take that chance, Claire insisted. Slowly, the three entered the nearest corridor. Andrea's eyes had to adjust to the gloom. Even so, she could make out some mythical carvings on the wall. I told you it was Atlantis. Whatever they were in, it was clearly no natural formation. But who had built it? And where were they now? Girl, don't worry about that. It could be a dinosaur. Don't worry about that. Claire stopped and turned, peering into the shadows behind her. I can't shake the feeling that we're being followed, she murmured under her breath. Andrea felt it too. It's waiting, she thought in horror. The corridor took a turn and ended abruptly. There were entrances to two others, one leading left, the other leading right. Let's try this way, Brandon urged, nudging Andrea and Claire to the left. The other one is going down. Girl, do it matter which way you going? Do it matter whether you go up, down? Like y'all are in some mythical stone underwater Atlantis Little Mermaid structure. Do it matter? Just go anyway. Split up, if you will. Be like Scooby-Doo and them. Split up. What? At this point, what the hell do you have to lose? Okay, wait. Within a few yards, the corridor opened into a small enclave. Brandon held up his hand for his sisters to wait, and he stepped cautiously inside. Okay, look at you being a big man. Yeah. Protector, provider, period, Brandon. If I get lost somewhere, I want to go with Brandon. And Scott, kind of. Scott, would you have done that?
What, go in the room?
Yeah, first.
Yeah.
And Scott, I want to go with Scott. And any of y'all who would do it too. There's no way out through here, he said softly. There's just a lot of piles of stuff. They look like big round shells or something. Well, y'all wanted shells? Now you got them, baby. You got all the shells you want in Atlantis. I don't think you can be able to get out of there, but you do have your shells. Let me see. What? I can't make out what. Just then, Brandon's foot kicked an object at the bottom of one of the piles. Andrea watched as something pale and fairly round rolled towards her feet. She bent down to pick it up and then looked at two empty eyes and a fleshless grin. With a blood-curdling scream, she dropped it. No one ever said that the people on Atlantis weren't cannibals, period. It's a skull, she sobbed. A human skull. Girl, yeah. See, this is why y'all should have just stayed over there by the cute little motel. and just piddle paddled around there. Got you some cute seashells, found you some crabs and some little sea snails. Sorry, y'all. I'm glitching. The liquor got me glitching. Maybe found a jellyfish and got shocked or something and went on home. But now y'all in a place with piles of human skulls. How did we get here, Scott?
Bad choices.
Did we make a left when we needed to make a right? Did we make a right when we need to make a left? Something happened. The unstable pile suddenly gave way and dozens of skulls tumbled across the stone floor. Let's get out of here, Clara yelled, and they dashed back along the corridor that headed down, deeper into the seabed. Gasping for breath, they finally stumbled into a huge open chamber and stopped abruptly as if they had been glued to the spot. Dozens and dozens of cloaked figures stood waiting in the shadows all around them. I told y'all it was a land. Brandon was the first to find his voice. Who are you? He murmured hoarsely. What do you want from us? They want your body, yada, 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 yada. Look, think about the skulls. One figure stepped into a dim glow of crystal and lowered the hood of his cloak. Andrea felt her heart pumping furiously. Oh, girl, you're going to have a heart attack if you don't stop. The being was ghastly pale and slender with cruel blood red eyes. It opened its mouth to speak and exposed a pair of sharp, gruesome fangs. Why, child, we want your blood, of course. Hey, it's Nosferatu. It's Nosferatu. Girl, you better start spitting and twitching. We went to go see it at the movies, and I was like, this girl doing a lot of, Johnny Depp's daughter is doing a lot of twitching and spitting. I mean, Scott, what was she doing? Twitching and spitting. I was like, okay, girl, look like you need some seizure medicine. Vampires! Oh, wait, I used the wrong thing. I didn't get to the whisper part. Vampires, Claire whispered in fright. But this isn't possible. You don't exist. Well, clearly they do. I assure you we do, period, the creature said and laughed evilly. And we have prospered far better than our land-dwelling brethren since we left the surface centuries ago to establish this colony. Here we are safe from those who want to hunt us and from the wretched effects of your miserable sun, period. They said we're not dealing with this. This is unhumane conditions. We deserve better. We're going to live under the sea. Under the sea. Hey. Licking his lips, the hideous vampire moved closer. He like, boom. Okay, wait. I lost my vein. Andrea glanced back down the corridor, hoping to find an avenue of escape. You ain't going to do it, boo. And saw three shadowy figures beings barring the way. And we have no shortage of prey. We feed on those of you who are careless enough to stray too close to our realm, period. That man set you up, probably. The creature gloated. I imagine the disappearances have caused some alarm, but humans will always seek logical answers, just as they will always explain away your disappearance, my unfortunate ones. It's not so hard. With that, the grotesque, that is funny. We're going to go back to grotesque in like a couple of days. Creatures threw back their hoods and snarling, slowly advanced towards Andrea, Claire, and Brandon. Andrea wanted to run, to scream, but all she could do was gaze at the horrible faces that bore down on her, drowning in the depths of its blood-red eyes. They need somebody. So scared. I'm scared. I'm not in love with what happened. Scott, what you got? What you guys got?
Very scared. I don't know if I'm gonna go to sleep tonight.
Me either. I'm super scared. I don't know what to do. Did we have any lessons learned?
Yeah, don't listen to weird, crazy old men telling you.
Where to find seashells. Don't do it. Just stay the course. Stay the path. Stay the beaten path. Stay that beaten path. Because look at what happens when you don't. You know? Mine's is, girl, if you lose that ring in the ocean, it just is what it is. Let it go. Just let it go, honey. Go get a new one. You get a new ring, you can't get a new you, period.
There you go.
So with that, we'll be back tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day School because Scott is still confused about the Bible. So we got to keep going. And then Monday we got Sherlock. Oh, let me play an outro song for y'all. And then I'm going to blow out this candle. Maybe I can do it with the power of my nose because now I'm powerful. Scott is sitting there looking at me in a weird way. Okay, anyway, y'all make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to check out other videos. Make sure to comment, tell me what you think. And with that, we bid you adieu from wherever we are to wherever you are. We bid you guys adieu. We're going to go do a short, so y'all can check that out too. We bid you guys adieu. We'll see you guys later. Sweet dreams, even though we just tore them up with this crazy story of people doing unnecessary swims. Sweet dreams. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good night.